Hello, happy Monday, friends. Welcome to Farm Week. My name is Ray with Dizzy Designer, and my project for today is going to be this cute little cow sliding all over the place. So let me tip you down and we'll go ahead and get started. If you are watching me from my business page, I am presenting right now over in the Craft Around the Clock group, which we do live crafting Monday through Friday from early in the morning until late at night. And then we also have replays running. There's constantly something going on in the group, so make sure you give us a follow. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my background. Where did I put my, here it is. Stick it underneath stuff here. Go ahead and start with my background, and I'm gonna use the baby wipe method just to kind of stain my background. So I'm using some nutmeg brown, and I think I'm gonna try, hey Brandy, hello Andrea. I'm gonna try to mix some of this pure gold into it. I did pure gold as a background on something the other day, and I really liked it. So I don't know how these two will mix. I might not like it, but I'm gonna try it. So I just get some paint on my baby wipe, and then we're gonna rub it into the board. So it's really simple. Ooh, I do like them together. So that's what we're gonna do for the background. And then we're gonna make our cute little cow. This one, oh goodness, I'm sorry, I don't remember. I think it's 35. It's either 30 or 35. It's on the website. I just listed like 12 kits in the last couple of days, so I don't remember, but I think that's what this one is. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Hi Valerie, hello Tracy. So do you guys see that variation with the gold in there? I really like it. So I'm gonna continue doing that on the board, on the whole background. And what I'm doing is just dipping into the nutmeg brown and then spreading that around, and then I go into the gold and I just kind of blend them in together. Not right over top of each other, I just kind of work it around the other color. Like right here's a little bit bare, so I'm going back in there with the nutmeg brown. It just gives it a nice little variation. Thank you. Hello Marlene, hello Maureen, how are you? Barbara, I am doing good. Brandy, how about you? All right, so I think we got a little bit of gold over here, so we're gonna go back in on the side with some more of that nutmeg brown. If you haven't done this with baby wipes yet, you have to try it. It's quick and easy to do. You just need a wet wipe. It doesn't even have to be a baby wipe, just some sort of a wet wipe. And I think a napkin would work, even if you don't have a wet wipe. And you just like rub it right into the board, like you're staining. You can do it with any color. I've done this with colors, with browns like we're doing here. Can you guys see that variation? That's actually looks really like a big difference in the camera. Oh no, you still have COVID? Or your boyfriend had COVID, didn't he? And now you've got it. I'm sorry, Brandy. Hi, Penny. Hello, Connie. Hello, Brenda. And you won't see all this anyways because it's going to be covered up by our little cow. If you're just hopping on, if you're just hopping on, we're doing a cute little cow today, so. But I still cover the whole background just because you never know where, I mean, I guess you could paint around it, but it's just easier for me to just do the whole background. Oh, I got way too much on there. Do you see that? So I have to wipe that down a little bit and rub it in a little bit more. And then we'll just use a little bit more of a brown. Hello, Renee. My paint is almost out, so that's perfect amount. Not too much left over, not too much more needed. All right. So there's my background. Hello, Melissa. Thank you so much for the stars and thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Jill. Hi, Grace. All right. So now I'm going to move this off to the side. It's pretty dry because we did the baby wipe method, so it doesn't take too long, but I'm still going to move it off to the side while we work on the next piece. And I'm going to go right on to the backer, which is our little cow head. And I'm going to use white, but let me see if I have a different, I do, here it is. Different white, that one's almost empty. Hello, Virginia. So I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint, and for the background, because it's a bigger surface, I am going to use a brush and just spread it on here. Sorry, hopefully that didn't knock you guys off. I was getting a call. And I'm just painting this whole thing because it's going to be the very background, so the parts that I need to stick out are going to be the only parts that actually show, because it's got a piece that goes on top of it, another 3D piece. If it didn't, then I'd have to be careful with where I was painting, because we obviously want him to look like a cow, or her to look like a cow. But like the ears probably don't need painted. Well, they do have a little bit sticking out of them, so they do. And so the ears don't need painted, but we do need a little bit. And like I said, it's just easier to paint the entire piece than it is to kind of go around and pick where to paint. Because in my luck, I would not paint the correct spot. Hey, Vicky. Hello, Debbie. All right. So now we're gonna let this sit and dry. Let me just make sure, I like to make sure my brush strokes are all in the same direction if I can. So here's our little cow head. We're gonna stick him off to the side now. Guys, this is gonna be super quick actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, this isn't gonna take us very much time at all. I have some water here tonight, surprisingly. Just gonna rinse my brush. We're not done with white yet. We're gonna use a little bit more white in a bit, so I'm just gonna put the lid on there. These next two pieces are just gonna be black. And I'm liking the Waverly chalk paint in black and white especially, so I'm gonna use some of that. But we're gonna use, oops, we're gonna need more than that. We're gonna use the sponges for this part. And I'm just gonna kind of paint with my sponge. I can't wait to see this cow all done. It's gonna be super cute. Have you guys been watching all the other projects today? I'm gonna be honest, I only had a chance to watch a little bit of one of them so far, but I do plan to go back through and watch the replays later, because I'm sure there's some awesome projects. All right, so this is like his neck part, I guess. And here's the rest of his face. Now you will want to be careful with this if you order the kit, because it doesn't have a connector part up top, and if you're not careful, you will break your wood pieces and have to glue them back together, which isn't a big deal. You can glue it back together, but if you can avoid it, that's going to be even better. Hi, Tammy. You guys are kind of quiet tonight. How is everybody doing? Anybody else crafting with us today? Hi, Susan. Or are you guys just watching the event? I guess not really an event, but just making sure it's nice and dark. Some of the spots are a little bit lighter. Hello, Connie. I got way too much black out on my palette here, but that's all right. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this piece dry. I'm running out of room to put my pieces. And here's actually our last piece. We're gonna have to put it all. Yeah, Brandy, we actually start school the beginning of August. We homeschool, so he's been back from the very first Monday. Hello, Sue. Hi, Sandra. There is an extra little weird piece in the kit. When I first cut it, I'm like, where does this thing go? But it sits underneath the little bow part here to make it all go together. So if you get the kit and you're wondering what that little awkward piece is, that's what it is. Hello, Heather. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint this entire thing red to start, and it's probably gonna need a couple of coats. We are gonna do some white polka dots on here, but we're not gonna worry, whoops, not gonna worry about those quite yet. I'm gonna switch. I don't know how I got black on there, but I'm gonna switch that. Same thing here. It must be on my palette somehow. It's all right. We'll cover it back up with a second coat probably. I don't know. Why, oh why are you doing that to me? Everything is going pretty good, thank you. Hello, Vera Lynn, how are you today? Hi, Carol. All right, so it does have a little bit of black in there. That's not covering up very well, but that's all right. So there we go, our little bow or hair piece. And then we've also got our glasses, which I want to do those in red too. And I'm going to do, instead of like the stenciling method, I'm just going to keep painting it on with my sponge like this. Just makes it more smooth. I use all the different techniques with the different projects, so. Oh, good, I'm glad you're doing well. I am doing pretty good. If you guys haven't been on the website lately, I did get a whole bunch of new kits. There's like 10 or 12 of them that I added yesterday. I have a couple more I want to get added either tonight or tomorrow. I don't know where that black keeps coming from, but do you see that? It got on here too. It's got to be, there has to be some black underneath this red paint. It's the only explanation that makes any sense. Oh, that makes me so angry. Let's try again. I'm trying to cover it up now, which we all know black's not easy to cover, so. All right, it's not so bad. Not so bad. It gives it a little bit of dimension, I guess. All right, well, let's see if it's dry and we can go ahead and put it together. Well, I'm not quite done with this piece yet, but we'll do what we can, I guess, together. All right, so here's our backer again. And now we're going to have our little cow down here, and it all kind of fits together. So let's see. Oh, yeah, it could have some black on the towel. You're right, Heather. Hey, Cindy. Hello, Angela. All right. Well, that's fitting together probably as good as it's going to. So what I'm going to do is get out my glue, which I always use the Stick Fast for these. And I'm actually going to glue the back side of it just like this, and then just replace it where I want to, but I'm going to keep it all together if I can without it falling apart. It'll just be easier to lay it down instead of trying to do piece by piece, because this is a very tight fit. All right, so let's see. I just want to be careful. It dries clear, but I don't want to move it around the board if I don't have to. And then I just like to give it a little push down. I'll have to cover this part up a little bit because I got some white on there. All right. And then next is our little cow piece here. And this, you kind of have to stretch a little bit once you put it on the board or back on here for it to fit right. Otherwise you're gonna have like the ears, it kind of goes back in together. So same thing, I'm just gonna use the glue on the back side. You guys can't even see what I'm doing, but I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the back side of the ears and the face part here. And then I will press it down like I did before. See? I'm just gonna gently set it down and stretch it across so that it covers the full ear. But then I'm gonna hold it a minute just to make sure. Like it's gonna stick pretty fast, but I don't wanna let go of it and have it bounce back. I definitely have some white, some wet white on my arm somewhere. Okay, so here's what we're looking like so far, and that by itself is just cute, I think. Hi, Wendy, thank you. All right, so before we move on, I'm gonna go back over here to my little hair piece, and we're gonna put some polka dots on it. They're actually etched in, so you can just fill them in. Or what I like to do if they're not etched in, sometimes you can just use the little daubers, the little circle daubers to make polka dots. Those work good. These are just gonna take a minute. Thank you. Looks like, yes. I'm excited about the cow. I'm obsessed with cows lately. And really, I guess anything farm animal related. So this week's theme was perfect because I like my farm animals. Sorry, I do get quiet while I do my polka dots. Hello, Paula. Cows, pigs, and roosters. Yes. I love cows, pigs. I like sheep. What else? Roosters are cool too. The barns. I love barns. Trying to think what other animals. There's definitely more animals. They might not technically be farm animals though. This you can get on my website, dizzydesigner.com. Uh-oh, I went out of the circle there. If you catch it quick enough, you can usually just take your fingernail and clean it back up. Otherwise, you can go back around it with the red paint and clean it up when you're done. I have a hard time doing that. Then I end up going back over the red into the white, and it's just a vicious circle. So, hello, Lori. Everybody getting ready for fall, all the fall decorations, all the kids going back to school. I know I mentioned it 2 or 3 times already, but I got a bunch of kits up on the website. Most of them were just fall themed. There was a few, like this farm one's on there. I think there was a Halloween 1 or 2 that I put up, but the majority of them are just fall for now. And I do have a few more before we jump into Halloween stuff for the website, so definitely check that out if you're looking for fall stuff at the moment. All right. Perfect. I think they look good. Ducks, chicken. Ah, donkeys. I love donkeys. Thank you so much for sharing that, Melissa. I appreciate that. She shared the link there for you guys. All right, so next, let's go back to our little cow. This is where the little funky piece comes from. So if you buy the kit, you get this weird piece and you're gonna be like, what in the heck is this to? That's what I did at least. It goes, I think it technically goes like awkward up here, but I just stick it underneath the bow right about here, and you're gonna wanna lay your pieces out first to make sure your glasses are where you want them. And see, it just makes it so that it's level, so that it sits on there perfect. So this is pretty much where I want it. I'm gonna go ahead and just stick a little dab of glue right here and let that piece dry. And then once that's dry, we'll go back on and we'll stick the glasses on. I'm gonna do another coat of red on here on the glasses just because you can really see that black mark, and I don't know where that's coming from. So I'm gonna try to use a paintbrush this time and see if we can avoid it with paintbrush. I don't know why that would make a difference, but we're just gonna try it. Regardless, the more coats of red, the brighter it gets, so that works. Thank you. All right. I don't know. There's, see, I got some more. It's got to be underneath this red paint on the palette because I got some on this brush now after going through all this. So figured out where it's coming from. I don't know what Preston's upstairs watching, but I can hear him cracking up there. All right. Thank you. Hello, Lynn. All right, so our other piece should be dry now, our little awkward piece that comes with the kit. But I want to wait a minute because now my glasses are wet. I wasn't thinking that one through. Hey, Melba, how are you? I'm thirsty, but I left my water upstairs. That was silly, huh? All right, I'm gonna give her, where did my little brush go? In here. Just a tiny dab of a white little spot for her eye. Let's go right about just an itty bitty spot. Make this one a little bit bigger. Perfect. Those tiny little details are what bring it all to life when you're finished. So there's still, the little polka dots are gonna be wet. I left them bumpy, so they're raised up a bit. So you're gonna wanna be careful, or I'm gonna be careful with that, but if you do it the same, you wanna be careful if you're gonna glue it together before it's completely dried. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get glue on both of these pieces, so the glasses and on the little hair piece at the same time, because they kind of have to work together in order to make sure that they fit right on the cow. Oh, this one's gonna be hard to do. Never mind, I'm gonna do the glasses. I'm gonna do the glasses first. Sleepy. Oh, I'm kind of tired too. Let's see. But I'm doing good, thank you. I think maybe about there. And I put glue all over the glasses, and I didn't need to do that either because only part of it's gonna be on the board. So let's go right about here. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to pick her up a minute and make sure she looks even to me. I think I might be slightly leaning to one side, but that's all right. So we're gonna go up here and put some glue here on my little weird piece, and then on this side. Hello, Suzanne. All right, so that is our cow, and we're done so early, I'm sorry. Let's see. But here she is. Is that not the cutest little cow ever? I think that the little white dots at the eyes just make it pop. Your glasses are never straight either. Yeah, I think it looks all right. I think it's slightly off, but I don't think you can tell too bad. Hey, Teresa. All right, friends. Well, I do apologize. Like I said, I didn't mean to be done so quickly, but that is our project for the night. Does anybody have any questions or anything for me before I get off of the live? There is another presenter. I'm not sure who it is, but they'll be coming up next in about 20 minutes. So stick around for that if you're in the Craft Around the Clock group. If you're not, make sure you go over and follow us. Thank you. Excuse me. Like I said, there's live crafting Monday through Friday in there from early in the morning till late at night, and then replays and things constantly too. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, friends, I don't see any questions coming through. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Like I said, make sure you stick around. The cow's on my website. We'll go ahead and post the link when I get done here. It's dizzydesigner.com. But stick around for the next presenter, who should be live in about 20 minutes or so. All right, guys, have a good week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.